Okay, guys, tonight, day 14, we find ourselves in Exodus 34, verses 6 through 7. But it actually cuts us off halfway through 7, but I'm going to read through the entire thing. The Lord passed in front of him and proclaimed, the Lord is a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger and abounding in faithful love and truth, maintaining faithful love to 1,000 generations, forgiving iniquity, rebellion, and sin. But he will not leave the guilty unpunished, bringing the father's iniquity on the children and grandchildren to the third and fourth generation. And with this tonight, I thought it was like pretty straightforward. So, I was like, what can I put for a point? And I decided that my point was going to be unending love, grace, and mercy. Um, Basically, y'all, God's faithful to forgive. He's done so for many generations before us, and He'll continue to do many generations after us, until He decides, to tell Jesus to come back and bring His people to Him. But that's for another time to discuss. Basically, y'all, no matter what you do, God's willing to forgive you because He loves us so much. And, that was pretty much demonstrated when He sent Jesus, His Son, which is in turn the embodiment of God, to die for us on that cross and take our sin, our shame, and our guilt. Go into the second part of verse 7. But He will not leave the guilty unpunished, bringing the father's iniquity on the children and grandchildren to the third and fourth generations. With this, if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, ultimately in the end, you're going to face the wrath of God. And quite honestly, that's not something I or any person who claims to be a Christian and claims to be a believer of this word, this book, wants anybody else to experience. Like, you shouldn't wish or want to, like, anybody that you know to go through, eternal separation from God. Describes hell as, weeping and gnashing of teeth, and that's just doesn't sound like anything that's good at. Basically, what we can get out of this study tonight really is, God is more willing to show His mercy, His grace and His love, than to show His wrath. So I feel like the opportunity's there for you to accept it, and that we should all accept this. Because, if God is more willing to show His mercy, then why not take to that? Why beat around the bush, and continue to just like, what, God, maybe later I'll choose to, accept that mercy. But you never know, that maybe later you may never get that chance again. So, y'all, that's all I'm going to leave y'all with tonight. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all continue to go throughout this week and have a blessed week. Have a blessed night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.